to see immediate rewards. And these are not investments that are very attractive to politicians who think of next elections most of the time. But our investments in education are a necessary foundation for the future greatness of our state. For we have said from day one that the greatest challenge facing our state and our society is the challenge of human capacity development. And that is why in this state, we have set up so many schools, over 10 now. Sports academy, taking off by September. A football academy, taking off also this year. You have the bikers, which we brought back. You have a school of agriculture, which we have established. You have a school of music, which is there. A school for language studies, an institute for language studies, which is under construction, almost completed. A school for driving. We want to train drivers on the road, the youth, and then also drivers on the marine crafts. So a lot of investment in education is going on. Last week, I had the honor of commissioning our International Institute of Tourism and Hospitality Development. And working with the World Fashion Organization, they are also going to start off with a department for fashion, modeling, and photography and related things. So this is Bayelsa, where we are working hard to lay the foundation of a vibrant economy. But in all that I've said about education, about infrastructure, which is so clear, the roads we are doing, the first flyover in town, which is there, all the major dualizations connecting our state, because here we have a policy of hitting the Atlantic from 3 fronts. From the east, we want to get to Brass, which is where the proposed LNG will be, and I'm happy Honorable Minister of Petroleum is here. She's working hard on those and related issues. Already working with our partners, with our recent intervention of 3 billion naira. The road started by NDDC and Shell from Ogbea to Nembe will be delivered before the end of this year. Already, the bridge that Mr. President started while he was governor from Amasoma crossing Ebeni has already crossed. It's a massive bridge. It was abandoned for almost 7 years. But we have started it and completed it, but it was awarded by Mr. President. Now, we have also started taking Sagbama to Ekirimo. Sanfilin has gone very far. The road from Yenagoa to Oporoma is almost at the point where we need to launch the bridge to Oporoma. So in this state, it is infrastructure. But our objective is not infrastructure for the sake of it. Our objective is not even education for the sake of it. It is education for the economy. It is investments in infrastructure for the economy. And that is why we are looking for partners who will work with us to take the road from Nembe to Age, which is almost 100 billion naira. We want to start it this year because the journey of 1,000 miles starts with a step. And what we owe our people is a responsibility to start that journey. Ambitious journey. But until we get to the Atlantic in Brass and Age, where the deep sea port is proposed, and Brass, where the LNG and all related facilities will be, our economy will not be able to grow. And so we're investing in all these very ambitious infrastructural projects. I know most people who mean well for me and our state have asked, are you not doing too much? Some even ask, where are you getting all this money with which you are doing all the jobs? My answer has always been, to the charge that we may be doing too much, I say I plead guilty as charged. Plead guilty as charged. We're in a hurry for development. This state needs collaborators to push on the frontiers of development. These roads are profitable because we will concession them. We need people to come and work with us on the Nembe Brass Road. We will start it. We need people that will come and work with us on the Keremo Age Road. We will start it. We need partners because these are areas where our real wealth, which is beyond oil and gas, lying in the Atlantic, is. Now, we have become the headquarters of entertainment and tourism. From music festivals to jazz festivals to fashion parades to all of this. This state is where those who want to invest in the tourism and hospitality industry need to be. That's why we have set up the schools, to be able to train middle-level manpower that will service that vibrant industry. We are preparing our state for life without oil. And we are using tourism, agriculture, SME development, industrial development. We are talking of power generation. This is the state of oil and gas. This state has almost 40% of our nation's oil and gas and mineral deposits. This state is the headquarters of gas, in fact. We have more gas in this state than oil. So we are aspiring to be number one in power generation. And Mr. Vice President, who shares the Committee on Privatization, knows this, that gas is the key to this effort we are making to generate power. So instead of investing in far-flung areas where you may need to build kilometers and kilometers and miles of pipelines, now that you have a safe and secure investing atmosphere, you come to the source of power and energy, which is Bayelsa State. We are aspiring to be the nation's greatest producer, the nation's power hub. So in this forum, power investors are welcome to start conversations. We are available to make necessary interventions and also to co-invest as a state through our Investment and Development Corporation. I've already given instructions for the power investment area to be clearly delineated and designed. That job has been done. My officials have the details. And for those who are interested, they will discuss the details of it. This state, as I said earlier, has an aspiration to be number one also in agriculture. For indeed, before the discovery of oil and gas, this state, this whole area was known as the Oil Rivers Protectorate. The oil that they talked about before the white men came, before the discovery of oil, was not crude oil, mind you. It was palm oil. And we had wealthy people, even millionaires in those days, who became millionaires as a result of investments in palm oil and its various derivatives. Our palm oil resources are still here. We want to be like nations whose sole income is derived from palm oil. We have the vegetation and the climate for it. So we want to go back to those days of production in agriculture. And our own selling points in this state are palm production. And we have a Bayelsa oil palm, which is 5 minutes drive from here. It has wonderful, it is producing now as we speak, with potentials for more. And I've given instructions that more land be made available once we see serious investors. We'll make any quantity of land available to you for you to invest in palm production, because that is what we are looking at. This state is water everywhere, and also a lot of water to drink. And so we are going to be number one in aquaculture. We have already, as a state, started. We have awarded several contracts, and they are actually constructing. Very soon, we will be in a position to produce over 3,000 tons of fish for local consumption and for export. This state can be number one in agriculture. A lot of people hear about Bayelsa and say, that place, do they have land? But that's not true. And that's the reason you people are here. You won't believe it that the largest cassava processing factory in our country is taking place in Bayelsa now. working with some investors from